King of Cups. How is the king doing? Straight away, we have William on the table. Now, interestingly, it could, of course, always be Edward. It could be Andrew. It could be how the king sees himself. All of these men, all of these Windsor men are all water signs. So it's really... But I think this is William. And the devil is crossing over. Just need some luck, son. Just need a bit of luck. The Nine of Cups is in reverse. It hasn't been an easy time for them. It hasn't. I think there's an element with the king. He'd rather all of this hadn't have happened the way it's happened, but it's the cards that is dealt with now. The Seven of Wands underneath shows he feels like he needs to protect the wider family, which is interesting. Very interesting. We have the devil crossing over. That being said, there has been some good news. There has been some good news. Things have taken a change, I feel, recently for the king. The devil crossing over. We can, if we read it as just astrologically, an astrological identifier, that's a Capricorn. The devil card relates to Capricorn. It could be something very much to do with, of course, Catherine. We've also got to take into account that we know that the Harkles have obsessed. There are people who are obsessed about William, about Catherine, about the king. They want to undo the monarchy. They're just evil. They're just like on and on and on and on and on. The Chariot in reverse. He's really worried about William, you know. He's really worried about William. And the Seven of Pentacles is in reverse as well. Page of Swords. He just thinks there's gossip and nastiness on in the world. And the Eight of Pentacles not working. I hope not. But there might be something that comes along down the line with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. That means that the king will be unavailable for work. Now, to be honest with you, this could be anything from he puts a disc out in his back. It doesn't have to be a worst case scenario thing. I know he's got health issues going on at the moment. It mightn't be that. It mightn't be that. He might put his back out, or he might break a leg, or he might break his ankle, or he might trip over one of the dogs one day and break his hip or something. There is something where he is out of action, which is frustrating to a Scorpio, especially a Scorpio king. Bless him. But there is something there. I think William's really feeling it. William is really feeling it. He's had a very difficult few months, and I think it's potentially, it's very hard for him, you know. I think he's lost a little bit of a faith in humanity in a sense of the word. I really do. I think he's lost that. That's a bit concerning. I'm going to have to look at William now. I don't like that. Hope William's all right. When I'm reading on William, I should have said it with the king as well. But I just want to say I'm not reading on health particularly. I'm not reading on Catherine's health either. Ever. I'm not reading on that. But what I am going to do is just say, let the cards show what William is comfortable with us knowing. And we'll take it from there. Because I really feel like these two people who give a lot have been so abused by people from the tarot inverted commas community. And I know I should have let it go by now, but no, it was that was low, man. That was real low. Let's have a look at William. And then I might Page of Swords. There's the Page of Swords. What the king is worried about is more gossip. William really is not happy with all of the gossip and the cruelty and the things that have been directed at him. I would suggest that what's crossing over William is the devil, from the king's reading, and the king knows what William's up against. It's obsessed, maladapted people. What's crossing him over is the death card. Dude. Four of Swords, inheritance in reverse. Okay. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I hope William knows that all of this was done to try and get him to step away from the throne. They attacked the woman he loved. It's really hurt him, guys. It's really hurt him. I'm sure he'll be all right. But that Four of Swords in reverse, those rumours about Catherine being dead and this, that, and the, he is like, oh, my heart breaks for William here. He's a little bit angry about it. A lot angry about it. I think quite a few people are angry about it. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse, interesting enough. And the Magician in reverse, not pulling things together. He's a bit disillusioned, to be honest. A bit disillusioned with how he's been treated, with how his wife has been treated, how they've been reported on, how social media has behaved. Like, I think it's taken something from him. It's some type of joy, and I hate that for him. I really hate that for him. That's not good. Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands. There is frustration there. He doesn't want to come out as being the angry man, but he wants to say something. He doesn't want to buy into that trap that his brothers left him by painting him to be this angry, unadjusted man. He's really aware of that, you know? Well, I get it. He wants to retaliate some. I think it's easy for us to kind of sit and judge this from being far away and say, well, William, the best thing to do would just keep living your life and being happy and ignore them, screw them. It's going to drive them to the point of thing. And I really believe that's potentially what the kings told him. But I think William knows how much hurt it's sent to Catherine. I know how much hurt it's potentially done to his young family, and William wants revenge. It's not a good space to be. I understand it. It's not a good space to be. I think he'll come out of it sooner rather than later, because he does feel like a bit delusioned about stuff, like he's being gassed up, like he's being gaslit. You don't upset a man who is a sun sign Cancer. No. They've got pincers. They might hide in their shell sometimes, but they will attack you and walk with you and pincer you. In his hopes and fears, if there's stuff about managing the workload. Now, I'm interested because the Eight of Pentacles is in reverse for the King, and William has the Eight of Pentacles in reverse about how he feels about things. I'm feeling that that's like William worrying about potentially the King not being able to do some duties and step things up, and just how exposed he is to stuff. This Knight of Wands surrounding William, that could be Beatrice. That potentially is Beatrice. Somebody younger, fire sign. It could also be I'm pretty sure, isn't Lady Louise, isn't she Sagittarius? Is Lady Louise Sagittarius? When I think Catherine treated Harry like a younger sibling, she cared for him and included him in their activism, and this is how Harry repays her. Yeah, it's horrific. November the 8th, so she's a Scorpio. Okay. Thank you, Iris love. So she's a Scorpio. The Magician in reverse, I feel like people are going to try it again with William towards the end of this year, potentially sooner. They're going to try it more with William. They are really going to try it more with William. They really are going to try it more with William. Yeah, that is the thing with what Spirit Animals just said. That's to me is why Harry is a narcissist. He doesn't care. what anyone else has done for him. He doesn't see their side of things. He's just bothered that he is seen, you know? He doesn't have any empathy there, none whatsoever. He just wants to attack people because he didn't get his way. He's a narcissist. He might be an unaware narcissist, low grade narcissist, like that kind of narcissist, but I don't think he's an empath at all. I don't even think he's a normal. I think he's a narc. He's a low range narc, in my opinion. And that's just from the energy and the cards, and that's just the way I've said it. And I've been saying that since 2019 that he is, by the way. So it's not a new thing for me. I think they're getting closer every time. With every attack they do on the Prince of Wales, every attack they do on Catherine, they are getting closer to the sun, like Icarus, and eventually they're going to burn their wings. They really are. I mean, they're already shedding feathers all over the place, and they can't fly for heck, if you know what I mean. They're a hot mess, the Harkles. But I think they will really truly end themselves if all of this bot stuff is linked back by us, like, and is in the mainstream media and people see it for what it is. That'll be the undoing. That'll be the end of the Harkles, and that'll potentially be the end of their marriage, because they'd turn on each other then, and Megsy would leave him and take the dollies and leave him with the chickens. Bless the chickens. So there we go, guys. That is what I see in the cards.